I escaped Canada for a reason, guys. Secretly, it was never about politics and all that gay shit. It was actually about I'm just cold. I'm just cold.
You
Uh,
left you left Canada because you were cold and you went to Idaho.
It's so much warmer.
No, not even just Idaho. I'm at like 3,000, 4,000 feet. Like
You're
like
at
I'm in a
almost Canada, Idaho.
mountainous Idaho.
You're listening to the Art and More podcast with your hosts, Nathan and B.R. Nathan is a Canadian illustrator with a couple years of military experience, and B.R. is a British anarchist that moved to the States. Both are passionate shooters and community builders. Together, they run the C-Burn art page. Enjoy the show.
Well, it sucks when you do a good bit before you start recording, because like
That
recycling
happens
the
so
bit.
much.
No, sorry, I was just saying to you gents, we haven't even discussed the election yet. We've been sitting here like catching
The
up.
what? Oh, what happened?
my favorite fucking memes from this, like Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Who the fuck is that?
Is that why my phone's been really quiet the last 24 hours? Something happened and it's over?
It's so over. We're so back, I believe. That's the
We're
episode
so
title right
back.
there.
I mean, possibly. I think like you know that word. The Germans have a word for it. I think it's like Schadenfreude.
I was like, okay, depending, where are you going with this? The Germans have a certain word.
It's like the perverse pleasure from the suffering of others, and in this case, like the day of the election, I'm like, I just want nothing to fucking do with this. I don't give a shit. All right, like the lizards are doing lizard shit. And the more
Israel
it went
will win
on,
the
the funnier
election.
it got to me. I'm just like, okay, I'm actually finding myself like taking perverse pleasure from how this is going.
Yes.
And now we're here, and I think I've graduated from like Black Flag to I will always choose the funniest option, and this is
Yes,
a very
correct.
very funny option.
100%. No, going into this election, I was like, please don't let it be some boring fucking prick like Ron DeSantis that beats out Trump. Like, please don't take that from us. One more fucking run with
One
Donnie
more
fucking B.
run.
One more time into the breach with the Orange Man. And by fucking god, we
Four
got
more
it.
years.
We
Four
got
more years of straight hand.
gang, we got I can't explain how lucky we are. We had a Republican felon against a Democrat cop who is clearly on drugs and drink to be in front of people every single time she's out there. It was like, what a fucking incredible matchup. The two very best leaders America had to offer.
Dude, if it is a criminal going up versus a cop, I will vote for a criminal 100%.
Based.
And both of them were clearly democratically elected to represent their constituents, right? Because we had a whole election process to select who would be the final headrunners.
Yeah,
God,
that
I
was
love
weird.
democracy.
Yeah, no, we skipped that entirely. Why?
Israel has
Fuck it.
selected your options.
And Israel wins either way.
Yeah, Israel won this election. I'd like to congratulate the new president of the United States, Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't know idea how to
Netanyahu.
Israel.
Ben
Israel
Shapiro?
won.
Ben Shapiro.
Abby Shapiro won?
Okay, I would vote for Abby Shapiro. I find the fact and like the memes going around, and some of them are so unironic. It's like America doesn't want to elect a woman. Like Donald Trump is the only president to have beaten a woman twice.
God bless. Thank you, sir. No. So my one other hope with if Kamala's train wreck had I still don't know how to say her fucking name. If she had won, my one hope would be a Hillary Clinton suicide, which would have been very funny.
That would have been very funny.
Like I wish that would have been like my wild card bet. If Kamala had won, it would lead to a Hillary Clinton suicide and like over under on 3 to 6 months on that.
That would be insane.
That would have been very funny. Unfortunately,
Just like
there's no
the
real
shadow
reason for
lizards
it
that
now.
run the Democratic Party right now are just like putting Kamala in the back of a van and driving her to a pre-dug hole in the middle of the desert.
Like, well, all right, she's done. She's
Yeah,
done.
I'm done
She will
playing the
never be
game.
in politics again.
I mean, the takeaway that I keep coming back to is the punk rock of the next 4 years is going to be great.
Yeah.
See, you text me this, but like, do you remember what happened? I mean, like, not that this Anti-Flag is a great example of punk rock, but like, a lot of bands in that kind of vein just went straight into like Orange Man Bad for 4 years, and for a lot of them that meant 4
And all the
albums.
stuff like, oh, you
of
can't
that.
be punk if you don't vote for Kamala Harris. Fuck off.
Oh, good God! Like, the punk rock museum shared something about like free entry if you come in with a I voted sticker. I was like,
Yeah, that's
ew.
so punk
Your
rock
whole
of you.
your whole fucking exhibit is about like fucking anarchists and shit, and it's like democracy, save democracy.
Yeah. I mean, when we saw Descendants, they had that big booth about registering to vote.
That's so fucking
Yeah.
gay. That is so. Everything is so fucking astroturfed now. Every counterculture
Oh yeah, dude.
is so ridiculously astroturfed by this fucking like, oh yeah, just take part in democracy, support the establishment, despite like most rich
Protect
people
democracy.
and all organized media and most branches of government and education being all for the same thing that they're supporting. Fuck off. Have you heard the band Black Helicopters, like BLVCK helicopters?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fuck. I got into them around the election, of course. I regret not finding them sooner.
I think we might know people that know them.
Wait, what?
That's I cannot confirm that for sure, but I'm pretty sure we have connections. So
We should
that'd
bring
be
them
cool.
on. We should bring them on. They're fun. I wish they were more on Spotify than just Bandcamp, but I do appreciate the fact we can support them directly. I don't know, them and Zonor, like XONOR. That I want to say they're from Switzerland, and they've got such fun family friendly songs such as "Murder the Government."
Yeah, they're cool. I like them.
I like them a lot.
We actually have like quite a few good musical connections. We should do more of that. I think
There's that
me
guy
and
from
Phil have
42
like
that we like.
yes.
I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to get I can't think of his name, but From Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah, isn't he super into
Alex?
guns and shit?
Yeah,
Well,
he's really
Alex Terrible.
Yeah, Alex Terrible.
Yeah.
I want to say Ivan for some reason, but that's just because he's Russian.
Because he's Russian.
Ivan Terrible. Yeah, we came together to talk about the election. We instantly went off topic because we don't fucking care.
Dude, seeing all the overreactions is fucking hilarious. And like, there is no part of me that okay, there was no part of me that took pleasure in like people's genuine mental anguish, but like I feel it very hard. I am very hard all the time. I find extreme difficulty like feeling bad for people who've killed themselves over this election, because apparently there's thousands now. Like I remember seeing like someone linked me this r/suicide watch, and it was all these people posting suicide notes because
Good lord.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Holy
like
fuck.
honestly, here's my fucking thing, guys. Here's my fucking thing. Like, and I sound a little bit like Kamala Harris right now because I've had a couple of glasses of wine with my lady and also a drug that I will not specify. So very much a a Harris appearance right now. But
she's on Quaaludes. I'd put money on it.
Okay, it's not those. But we will rule that one out. But no, like I was talking about this with a buddy today that I want to bring on the show soon. Me and Phil's mutual ranger buddy. But he was like, these people who are like this distraught and this like invested in all of this are fucking cattle. And correct. Like both
Fucking
sides.
what?
Everyone who is so fucking bought into this, it's like the ultimate form of tax cattle. Like you are.
Oh, cattle.
You are,
sorry, my AC kicked on and I didn't hear here.
The accent went too deep.
Yeah.
The
idea of people who are actually this bought in and who are doing self-harm and other things to themselves because their favorite fucking golden sheep didn't win. Golden cow, whatever.
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Those are the sort of people who'd probably kill themselves because someone flipped them off in traffic. I don't think that the election was a catalyst as much as their fucked mental health. If it wasn't this, it was gonna be something else.
Dude, it's sad as fuck, but like a lot of people, I mean, so many people on, again, both sides have been like stressing about this election for like 8 months or longer, like, or
I didn't
even if it
even
was like
realize
just
it
the
was
last
here
one.
until like day of.
I know. I was like, oh, it's happening today, huh? But
Yeah,
people were like, like a couple days out, like stressing like mad, and then after the fucking election, like people coming into my lady's work, like crying, and
yeah. It's
and
like,
someone,
like the roving KKK bands are going to kill me. The
yeah,
like
it's like,
next week,
dude,
all birth control is going to be illegal, and like, oh, black people are all have to report to the Center for Slavery.
Dude, my favorite thing I saw on Twitter was a dude like replying to like they think they they going to enslave us. No, it ain't gonna be like that. I got a Glock. I was like, correct.
no, it's wild how people, like, we've essentially been living under neoliberal fascism. Like, we
Yeah,
the big pharma was allowed to, like, essentially legally mandate a medical intervention on people, and it was to the point where you couldn't make a living if you didn't buy into that. Like, that was what life was going to be, was that you had to accept a medical intervention whether you wanted it or not, or you couldn't work, and that was like the expectation. And now everyone's like, oh my god, we're gonna live under Nazism. It's like, what the fuck was that?
yeah.
What the fuck was that right there? We were under like fucking big pharma medical fascism, and you're gonna be like, oh, we're all gonna be taken off to camps now? They were trying to
Yeah,
fucking
there
quarantine
were
us, dude.
multiple countries in the world that were primarily like neoliberal democracies, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like that were building camps, supporting camps, actually interning people.
Yeah.
Fucking Australia. Canada
Yeah.
was building them.
Yeah, and so many of these places, like, now, like, their fucking people are looking at America going like, oh wow, yeah, fascism. Here it is
Yeah.
again. It's like,
Like, I read a Twitter post about fucking Project 2025 or whatever the fuck. And that's what's
yeah.
going to happen. We're literally in A Handmaid's Tale. Shut the fuck up. Dude,
Like,
I've been getting texts from like liberal friends in Canada and like former like people that I used to know back in the day who don't quite know how Black Flag I am. They have an idea, but like one of them, and this lives rent free in my head, is like, I hope you're okay up there. I know things are really bad. I feel really unsafe as a woman. Like I feel like I might get attacked in the street by someone. Like, what makes you more unsafe today than yesterday? Bitch, you're in fucking Canada. You like what is going to happen? She replies with, well, I don't know how people celebrate. That she genuinely worried about being chased down by like some fucking mega hat wearing retard in a parking lot and raped in broad daylight.
yee, come here, bitch.
It's like,
MAGA up in fucking what, Toronto or some bullshit.
yeah,
MAGA, bitch.
like the amount of unhinged, like terminally online. And one good thing about this election, which I hate to say, it showed how terminally online people are and how like invested in echo chambers, and how like the howling monkeys yelling about, oh, we need to save democracy, was still a minority of people. Like,
Yeah.
what was the amount of people who didn't turn out to vote? That was like 40% of people. And
Well,
of those that, yeah,
that's the funny thing. Biden was allegedly the most popularly elected president of all time, and
yeah,
then this election there was like 14 million less votes, or I think it was
yeah,
something around that for him. So like, there was a mystery segment of the population either didn't vote this time, which somewhat believable because a whole lot of Democrats and stuff were like, yeah, you guys are just, genociding the Palestinians. Like, we're not going to turn out for you. They were just like fucking pushing that hard, and like, you know, politics and the election be damned. And then they got fucked up for that with support. But also, a lot of millions of those people might not have ever existed
Yeah.
in the 2020 election. So,
Yeah, what
I
was that
mean,
about? Like Gen Z is swinging right.
there is that too. A whole lot of young kids are like just not the little.
Not happy with the status quo.
No, that
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
not buying into the modern neoliberalism and they're returning to tradition.
well,
Yeah.
imagine you have like bubble wrap millennial parents who are like, super liberal, like just force all these ideas on you, or like super like Disney people, and you know, most kids, a lot of kids at some point will look at their parents and be like, these guys are fucking losers. Like they're so uncool. If your parents are like super bought into this like gross neoliberal establishment, you're gonna be like, okay, what else is there?
Yeah. No, I see a lot of that. It's like if you have, this is super anecdotal. If you've got conservative parents, you're probably like you could really go either way. If you've got liberal parents, you're probably going to go conservative. I don't really know how true that is, but it happens a lot. At least like in my completely anecdotal experience, it happened with me. My parents are turbo establishment neoliberal lefty, and when I talked about how gay democracy is, my dad yelled at me, and this was when I was a grown ass adult.
Uh, my parents were definitely like they just weren't very political, but they were, I guess, more traditional and conservative, and I was, I would say, more conservative than them, and then swung more liberal. I'm fucking weird though. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I had kind of the same. My parents were definitely more conservative. My dad definitely conservative. My mom, I know, became more conservative over time. And I
Yeah,
went like it was probably high school I went pretty deep conservative, and then college I swung more liberal, and then was like, wait a minute, this means government regulation, anarchy.
Yeah, yeah. I needed something that wasn't conservatism because I was
It
like,
was,
this is,
yeah,
I don't like the whole suit, like facts don't care about your
yeah.
feelings, like Ben Shapiro, fucking like that
It was
shit's
very
gay.
conservative to liberal because I was like, okay, I kind of care about people. And then I was like, well, libertarian, we want freedom and we want people to have their rights. And then I realized that that was kind of a loser mindset that wasn't going anywhere. So, anarchist, let everyone do their own thing.
I think my political views now can be summed up in like put neoliberals, just I think like liberals into ice prisons, just like crystals. I think we just put them into crystals for 15,000 years.
What the fuck are you on about?
Liberals for crystals, 15,000 years.
Yeah, I don't know where that idea came from. I started seeing that on Twitter.
I got it from Lucas.
Okay.
He probably got it from Twitter, but I support it. I would vote for this. I'll break my voting embargo. Liberals for crystal prisons. Put them in the
Oh
crystal.
man. So yeah, I didn't vote this year. This is a funny thing that like some of our audience will really get butthurt over is like how unserious we are about the election. Like a lot there is a small segment of our listenership, maybe not that small, who will probably be like, this was the most important election of our lifetimes and we won it. No thanks to you three fucks.
Well, I remember like every election in my lifetime has been the most important election of my lifetime.
Yes,
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
correct.
I am
Pretty
glad
much.
it ended up this way just because it's the funniest option, and I really hate neoliberalism. I like what's that C.S. Lewis quote about the omnipotent moral busybody versus the robber baron, and how you always want the robber baron. And that's kind of what we got. So like
Yeah.
I'm quietly like in the background, but yeah, I didn't take part. I don't give a fuck.
No, that
Yeah.
that is my
Yeah, didn't
participation this
vote.
year is like a polite
Yeah.
chuckle when I woke up, and I think one of the first memes I saw was the one I fucking shared of like Donald Trump bleeding. It says "Cop Killer" with the fucking band logo. It's like hell, fucking yeah.
I
Um,
will reference Jay's story post from election day of I'm not voting. I'm going to continue to do whatever I want, regardless of who wins.
Yes.
And I do not consent to be governed. So
Which
yeah,
J? We know so many fucking J's.
Ice
ice
Pick.
pick.
Okay, I was
The,
thinking of
the
fucking Pew
cool one, the
Science,
really
which
cool one.
like
They're all
could
cool.
be him, but he's
So,
normally a little more corporate.
yeah,
Not corporate.
Suppressor J is not that vibe. Suppressor J is cool, but
I like
he is
Suppressor
not the
J.
same. He's not the spicy. I was talking to him about our podcast the other day. He's like, "Yeah, I've designed mine so I can just record it and I don't have to do any editing." I was like, "That's fucking adorable. If I
I
did no
love
editing, we'd all be in prison."
that.
Yeah. It's I love Jay's show. Pew Science, not Ice Pick. Love Ice Pick, but Pew Science. I love his show. However, he rambles a lot, and I think he could benefit from cutting some stuff to be a little more concise. But I also know like some of his consistent listenership probably enjoys the rambling. So
I
what
enjoy
do
the
I know?
rambling. I used to just put it on in the background sometimes. Like I don't know anything about the suppressor. I couldn't even tell you the name of it. Like I don't know. I don't care. It's just nice. I like his voice. I walked up to a
I,
random dude at Shot Show once because we had to leave the cry party, and I just gave him all of my tickets. I'm just like, hey, you're the closest person to me. Just take all of these for drinks. And it turned out it was Jay.
hey, nice.
I talked to him a lot online. I just didn't realize it. Just shocked me like that.
You have no
Did
idea
you
what he looks like.
did you realize it was
Jacked.
Jay in
He's
the
massive.
moment, or later on was he like, "Hey, you gave me all your drink tickets"?
No, I realized like after I handed it to him. Just like, wait, there is one man that looks like this. Yeah, he's like the nerdiest suppressor boy in the world, but he benches like 450 pounds or something.
Incredible. I'm glad that the nerds we've got on their side are also on our side.
Yeah, like
Fucking
dude,
just
that guy
behemoths.
could rip they them in half.
um, fuck. I had something else for this election. No, okay. So I was getting in on the fact that some people will be butthurt about how unserious we are about the election, but like it's something people like continually learn about this show. They're like, wait, these guys aren't Daily Wire fans. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, we're not hitting the fucking blue button either, guys. But like, the whole point of this show is, and like what we primarily promote is getting the fuck away from this because this is like clearly insanity. Every 4 to 8 years, or every 4 years, really, every 4 years, we're fucking fighting over a buttered up gun, and it's so
Yeah,
fucking silly. Like
The
this
this
month
idea,
was,
they're going to ban birth control. They're
the
going to ban
yeah,
idea,
birth control, and they're going to round up black people to be slaves again.
like the idea that every single one of these elections is so important and holds so much weight means we're fucking up, and the government
Yeah,
should not be this big.
yeah. It's
yeah.
like, why does the government have the power to do these things that you think that they're going to do regardless?
And I think a lot of people undervalue the idea and the understanding that casting a vote is you, even though we can do it, we can and should do it in private, is you basically endorsing whoever you're voting for. So if you wouldn't, in front of everyone, say, this is my guy, this is the guy, this is who we trust for everything, you probably shouldn't be voting for them. And I would never in hell do that for any of those candidates.
Yeah.
So
The list of
this
people that I would actually consider voting for, it's like I think two people.
And
It's like,
and it ain't them.
yep. There's like two politicians in my entire life I've ever unironically liked, and that's Ron Paul and Thomas Massey. I actually like them, and
Based.
that's yeah. They're like, it's kind of the Ron Swanson approach of get into government just to strip all the power out of it.
So that's what a lot of our
Melee.
listeners' argument is gonna be is like, well, Trump promised this time that he's gonna basically dismantle the government from within, like all of this fucking melee, Elon Musk, like slashing the budget, and there's other things too, like he went a lot more libertarian this time.
I
He-
noticed that, like a lot of his picks last minute, and if he pardons Ross Ulbricht, I'll be pretty happy actually.
yeah.
Yeah, apparently he is doing that.
Good.
Now, like the free Ross Ulbricht page is already celebrating, and I'm like guys, I love it, but like let's hold the motherfucker accountable. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
let it happen first.
as much as I don't believe any of these people give a shit about Ross or helping anyone in general. They do care about their reputation in the first 90 days of their new administration. So like,
Yes.
if they don't free Ross Ulbricht in the first 90 days, like,
Hold them to the fire. Let's get Ross freed. Let's get Julian Assange freed. Let's get all of the whistleblowers freed.
Yeah. Pardon fucking I almost said Edward Norton because he played him in the movie. Pardon Snowden. Did he play him in the
Yes.
movie? I don't know. Why do I keep
Phil,
thinking?
Phil,
What?
Julian Assange was free.
Was he?
Yeah. Did you miss that?
Did I? When did that happen? Last I knew, the EU was still trying to basically kill him.
Yeah, didn't the CIA have a plan to kill him?
Yeah. During Trump's presidency, actually, funnily enough, there was a plot to assassinate him.
Yeah.
Julianus, where is it? Blah, blah, blah.
Bring that up, Jamie.
I'm trying. I think he was freed in June.
Yeah, June 27th, now free. Or say whatever he likes. What does his future hold on the AP?
There is really not many. Like I. It took me a minute to confirm that. I was like, was I just having a fever dream?
What
The headline was not immediately
in June. Where was I?
so fucking busy you missed that news.
How the hell did I miss that? That's huge news.
It feels like, let's get Julian Assange free. I'm like, yeah, buddy. Wait.
Oh man.
No, so
That was a very busy month, but I have no idea where I was on the 27th.
Yeah.
no, I love the enthusiasm, man. You know, like, but
we are so online.
Free him again.
Going on.
free him
again.
a second time. No.
Well, my
Give him
bad.
an all expenses paid trip to, like, I don't know, Belize.
Dude, he was locked inside for like a fucking decade. That's insane.
Yeah.
I kind of just assumed it would never happen, so.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm surprised he didn't fucking
Tickle.
himself or like do something stupid.
Like,
Thank
quote,
God.
Tickle.
self unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freeing
Oh, yeah.
people.
Frame people. Yeah, no. So, you know, a lot of our listeners who are like probably pissed off that we didn't go full MAGA and support the Don, the only president in recent memory that was successfully who successfully implemented gun control, and fucking fast tracked the vaccines and supported them. Don't forget that. Oh, and added incredible amounts of inflation to the economy. Now,
Yeah.
so many people have been acting like Donald Trump is the last great hope for Western culture, and I'm like, since when does the president like make or break culture?
No, culture is what leads to the presidency, not the other way around.
Yeah, it's like
We're not putting like, 20 to 30-year-olds in the office. They're not creating the culture. That is for damn sure.
yeah. Fucking Baron Trump was the one, I'm sure, pointing Trump to like, hey, do Theo Vaughn's podcast. Now do Joe Rogan's.
Yeah. That was a good idea.
Father,
I
Father,
gotta
discuss
say,
the squirrel.
I
Trust
do
me
have
on
to
this,
say,
Father.
like, their campaign did it was pretty smart this time around. Like, they just did in-person appearances. They didn't really talk that much, and in the last minute they went on like Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan. They start like fucking pictures of Trump serving at McDonald's went turbo viral. Like, I think they did it smart. He kept his
They did
fucking
a good
mouth
job with
and
that
then
propaganda.
they brought
for
on all the
sure.
libertarians last minute.
Oh my god, fucking being a libertarian is insufferable right now. Everything is Trump with them. It's so. I like those guys, but it's fucking exhausting. It's like, I guess we're all just Republicans now. Like, way
Ew.
to. Yeah,
Ew.
they spent years and years like, no, we're not Republicans, and then like just act like fucking Republicans for the whole like last 4 years. But whatever, that's where the money is.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. Like, our whole thing is not going to change. Like, this country, I'm not going to lie and say that I think this is the better outcome of the two. It's like the problems that we have to face are probably lesser this way.
I stand by. It's a shit sandwich either way.
Oh, absolutely. But the way, if there is even 1% of truth to their whole like, we're going to defund big parts of the government, like, I would rather the government to have HIV, i.e., its white blood cells are attacking it from within. Fucking like, if the government is fucked up for the next 4 years trying to stop itself from defunding shit, and some of it does get defunded, like the FDA or the fucking Department of Education or the ATF or
ATF.
the FBI, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
happy
that
fucking
clearly
days.
aligns with our beliefs and views,
Yeah,
for sure.
and you know what? If it happens and people want to say "I told you so," cool. If it fucking does happen, please say "I told you so." I don't give a shit. And if it doesn't, I won't be shocked. If
Yeah, I still believe they're just two heads of the same serpent. Like it's all the system. It's one big party, and we ain't in it.
Oh yeah, people have been going
But
off saying like we're not gonna be sending money to Israel anymore. I'm like, do you know
yeah,
the amount of fucking like Zionist super PACs that were funding Trump's campaign? Like, oh
yeah. No,
boy,
we're come
good
on,
call.
guys. We're still paying Israel. Come on,
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna
come
pay
on.
Israel. We're gonna pay Israel more than we ever have before. It's gonna be
Israel,
beautiful.
Israel loves me.
No, forget the Iron Dome. We're gonna build them a gold dome.
They chose me. I mean, you guys voted for me.
Did you see there was this conservative super PAC that there was like this video that flashed between Donald Trump and Jesus. I was like, oh
Oh
no,
God!
oh no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Stop.
I don't like that. Like the hero worship. It freaks me out on both sides 100%. Like I remember meeting some Q guys back in fucking like 2019 and the mental gymnastics they were doing to be like, yeah, Trump's gonna save us all, he's teamed up with the military behind closed doors, and like, oh, patriots are in control, all that shit.
The
I brought it up.
Patriots are back in control.
Fuck off. It-
People are gonna hate this fucking episode. They're gonna be like, guys, can we just win? Because
Can we
like,
just
I
be
mean,
happy?
I'm still like, after all of this, and we have to acknowledge, like, yeah, things aren't going to change, but I think that's kind of like a good thing. Like, I kind of hope nothing really gets done over the next 4 years. We're a lot more likely for that to happen under a Trump than under a gay fucking neoliberal demagogue.
oh yeah, because I mean
I
they
mean,
like the lawfare is pretty crazy from the neolibs because they have nailed that. They will like very happily. I mean, Republicans are good at writing laws, and I'm sure they will. I'm sure pot is going to be miserable over the next few years with those dumb fucks. But like what the what a lot of the Democrats were doing with weaponizing the courts was getting pretty fucking crazy. And
it,
Yeah.
like whatever people might like to think about what's the word, fucking uh I don't know, minorities and shit being a danger. Like, look at Cop City down in Atlanta. That has been unfucking opposed. Like, with all of the fucking 2020 riots and all of the awareness of like police brutality under a very, very Democrat heavy administration, like Cop City down in Atlanta has just gone like full steam ahead. Protesters fucking killed, imprisoned, and beaten, and all that shit. And it's just like, we're gonna militarize the fucking Atlanta PD and cut down like swaths of forest to do it under Democrats. So them acting like this is gonna be suddenly like fucking Nazism, I'm like, guys, what the fuck have we been living under
Yeah.
previously?
And
Yeah.
I believe the first half of Trump's last presidency, he had the House, and they did fuck all.
Yeah.
And the last supermajority, I believe, was Obama, and they did fuck all. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
another
still
thing
the
to touch
government.
on. Yeah. Like, so many people have been pointing out, like, because now everyone's like, oh, well, abortion is like, women's rights are fucked. And it's like, dude, they dangle that fucking carrot in front of you every single time. Like,
Yeah.
they could have, well, I forget the actual fucking term. Basically, like, protecting it and enshrining it in law, like, when they have full control, they never fucking do it. So,
Yeah.
They never do it.
it's a
And
sacrificial issue for
that's the
them.
whole point. It's like the Democrats will dangle fucking gay marriage, abortion, legalizing weed, whatever. Well, they
Yep.
never actually do it. The Republicans will dangle like, oh yeah, we can get rid of the NFA. We can like, oh, we'll protect your 2A rights, and they never fucking do anything. Just pause
Yep.
mode.
Yeah. And like, oh, the Hearing Protection Act, like they completely there was some school shooting like right around the time of the last Hearing Protection Act under Trump when that was going to vote, and then they just fucking shelved it cuz they're like, "Oh, it's too sensitive right now." It's like this has nothing to fucking do with school shootings, dude. Like you
Yeah.
guys are just fucking pussies. So, like I'm sorry, guys. Like I know everyone wants to be on a winning team and to like have a win, and
Yeah.
I know you guys fucking hate when we're miserable fucking anarchists going like, yeah, boo, this isn't good, nothing's good, we never win. I
Yeah.
know people don't want to fucking hear that, but just don't get fucking drunk on liberal tears. That shit's so fucking dumb.
It is.
It
It's
goes
funny.
back and forth. It's a pendulum. It We had what we had, now we have this. Nothing changes. It's gonna be the same bullshit for the next 4 years. And it's gonna be the
Well,
same bullshit with a different leader 4 years after that.
Yeah.
correct. However, guns and ammo will probably be safe and cheap for like the next year or so, strongly.
Can we
I hope so.
please repeal the ban on Russian imports?
Yeah.
For the
There's no
love
point
of
to that.
all that is holy, I need my
Probably
shitty Russian ammo back.
there's no
What about like
fucking way they do
UTMs?
that.
Like, why did they ban UTMs? It's like, oh well, I don't even think it was a ban so much as like a reclassification by the ATF. I enjoyed my spicy airsoft.
Get
Well,
rid of
here's
the
the
ATF just so that I can get my civilian flashbangs back.
Yeah.
oh my god, who was it that was it you and me, Phil? We talked to who the fuck did we talk to at Shot about that?
Oh yeah, didn't Taggin have their booth?
Was it them?
I thought it was Taggin.
Or was it Enola Gay?
Oh, was it Enola Gay?
I don't know. Anyway,
I swear it was
some
Taggin.
we're talking to some civilian, like I think they're like airsoft all the way through, like proper full bore civilian explosives and shit. We're talking to someone about that, but
Yeah.
yeah, just the fucking reclassification shit is like so dumb. But
Yeah. There's no
the
point. It's
thing,
not keeping anyone safe. It's just theater.
yeah, but here's the thing with Republicans is they're so fucking shit at like taking care of those dumb little laws because like they're not like none of them actually shoot. Everyone sees JD Vance posing with an AR-15 with no optic on it. I'm like, yeah, guess what? That man went and bought a nice AR-15.
Did he buy like a PSA, like a?
No, it's like I don't know what the fuck it is from a
He
glance.
probably
It's
didn't buy it. Daniel probably gave him one.
yeah, correct. Yeah. It has no accessories, no sling, no light, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, he's not that much of a gun guy. Like, give him a break or whatever." It's like, dude, it's a prop. Whenever
Yeah.
fucking young politician, like young Republican politicians like him, have rifles like that, it's a fucking prop. Like,
Yeah.
now you show me like some candidate that has an optic, a sling, and a fucking light. Like, I'll believe you that he's like a proper gun guy. Until I
Yeah.
see that, it's a prop. Or he's not serious enough to like really be a champion for gun rights.
Yep,
But
they're politicians.
yeah.
They're just vying for your
Shocker.
votes.
Shocker.
Shocker. They just want your votes so that they can take power and hold office and limit your freedoms. It doesn't
People are gonna
matter what label is on their fucking name tag.
people are gonna hate this episode so much.
I don't know. I feel like if people have listened to us talk ever, I think we'll be fine.
Well, dude, there's so many buddies of mine that like are or were like where we're at, like through and through, who have in the last couple of years just been so fucking tired that they're like, I just want to be on a winning team. Because here's the thing, like, so many people bitch about our mentality because nothing we do is visible by design, and that sounds like super cop outy, but it's like it's a lifestyle as opposed to like a fucking campaign every 4 years or whatever. Like we just live our lives. Like during back to COVID, like during that whole thing, so many people like from day it might have taken them like a few months or maybe a couple of years or maybe a couple of shots until they were like, what the fuck am I doing? But like for I think all three of us from like day one when lockdowns were mentioned or whatever, we were like, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and it's consistent.
yeah.
We're consistently like, yeah, no, I'm just not going to listen to you.
Yeah, that's fucking silly. I'm gonna continue living my life, and you don't fucking get got when you live like that. Like, there wasn't like days after everyone was getting very serious about lockdowns. We were up in northern Arizona. They had fucking like police tape across camping sites to shut them down. I was like, lol. Cut a few fucking locks on fences and have like, you know, 80 fucking acres of public land to myself because like they've shut it down due to COVID to keep you safe from being around people. I'm like, well, this is clearly horseshit from day one.
Yeah. In northern
Like,
Nevada, well, the entire ski industry got shut down, and I was working in that industry at the time. And in northern Nevada, we were like, oh, the resorts are closed, but we just got really good snow. We can just kind of go hike a mountain and ski.
yeah.
So we did that. And then my buddy was like, hey, my birthday is coming up. You guys want to go fly fishing down in the desert? And we are like, yeah, let's go. So we went fly fishing and camping, and we're just like, this is great. There's no one driving. Gas is uber cheap right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw more of Arizona in that period than I did like the rest of the time I was there. Like I did so much traveling while people were like, "Oh my god, I can't leave my house." It's like, yeah, you fucking can, you idiot. I don't know. I'm not trying to be like smarmy and like fucking like a douchebag to people, but like just living your life in between elections. Like a lot of people have felt like they couldn't do shit the last few years. Like they were just fucking living under a regime. And correct, you are. But like, don't fucking live your life that way. It's people are so much more than that, and so many people get locked into these elections, and it's just like I I will not change my life depending on who's in control of the country or the area I'm living in. Like
It's
none.
funny. The politics of the last 4 years made, ammo was more expensive, and supposedly we were being restricted more. I shot more bullets in the last 4 years than I have in any portion of my life.
Oh yeah. No, same here, but it's not. Dude, I'm seeing the price of ammo in like hyper liberal countries like Australia and Canada. Holy fuck! They're paying for over $1 a round for 5.56.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild. But no, likewise, I'm shooting more than I ever have in my entire life. But that's also because it's more available to me, and I have a big boy job now, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I've watched so many people like this is the most distanced I've been from an election since I've been here. Like 2020, I think that was my first election while I was in this country, and I was I was anxiously watching like I didn't support the Libertarian Party even then. I think that's a fucking shit show. But like
You didn't vote for JoJo?
no.
Yeah, me
But
neither.
I was watching. I was like, hey, maybe between Trump and Biden, maybe people will be like, you know, I was interested to see if people would en masse want an alternative, and they
Yeah.
did okay, but they did not shift the needle.
Yeah, you would think
Um,
when like the options are shit and more shit, people would be like, "Oh, what are the third parties like?" No, they just don't care. They just pick a lesser shit and vote for it.
oh my god, I am super glad the libertarians ate absolute dog shit this election. Like that guy Chase Oliver was a fucking nerd. I
I
looked
Yeah.
into
don't know
him.
anything about them.
Exactly. I looked into him once just because I saw like a bunch of Twitter people complaining about him. I was like, this guy is a fucking dork. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
I don't
no.
even know. Like, what even is a big L libertarian in 2024? Like, what a fucking loser. Um, someone approached me a while back about like trying to get like they wanted to get him on war, and I like obviously it didn't even come to you guys. Like I saw that and I was like, one,
Immediate
we don't talk
veto.
to.
Was it a politician?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like it was some of the candidates for the Libertarian Party for 2024 presidential candidates, and I was like, one, we don't do politicians. Two, LP get fucked. Lol. Um, fuck your party, Arky. Yeah, just fucking dorks. But
The LP is the only party I ever voted for, but that was
Ace,
2016.
yeah, that's fine and good.
I
But
was
They- I think my favorite were people writing Joe Biden in. Just like
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah. Nope.
Joseph
No
no more
Biden,
retirement.
years, old man.
no retirement, old man.
No
Speaking of
retirement for
that,
you.
did you see his speech from like it was yesterday or the day before? He went up
No.
and
I
he
only
did a
want.
speech talking about like congratulating Trump and basically like, you know, just accepting the position and like accepting defeat and all that. And he was like tack sharp and completely normal.
They
And everyone's
finally
like,
let the real Biden out. Oh,
Yeah,
they're like,
or
where's this
he's
guy
that
been?
was the whole thing. The long game was just to like get out of his job,
Yeah.
not lose an
he's like,
election
oh,
against
thank
Trump, and like
fuck.
Yeah, now
yeah,
he gets to drive Corvettes and eat ice cream.
yeah, he doesn't get. What if Joe Biden? Like this was a long game. Lucas said this years ago. Uh, like Lucas predicted all of this.
I'm so pissed he's not here. That
Damn it.
he is
Motherfucker.
sleeping as we speak.
Yeah, I texted him wakey wakey eggs and bakey at 5 a.m. his time, so he'd be here for this, and it is unread. Piece of
Wake
shit.
up, you fucking Mick.
Hands off cocks and on with socks.
Fuck. What was I gonna say? Damn it.
Yeah, I have you guys both awake at like balls early your time. I'm so sorry, but we needed to talk about the Crystal Ice Prison for all the liberals.
The craziest thing I've seen is once again after how memeable, like literally there were compilations. There have always been compilations of like liberal tears, liberal meltdowns and shit. Like liberal women still and men. Oh, we need to talk about that too.
Oh no.
People have been recording their fucking meltdowns into their phones, like and uploading them. That is a mental illness of itself. Um, that's actually really boring compared to what I want to talk about next, though.
Yes.
Fucking
Jump to that.
Robert. Was it Robert J. O'Neill? The
Killer
man who
of Bin Laden.
the
Oh
alleged
yeah.
killer of
Oh
Bin
dude,
Laden.
you know that he just hopped in his fucking what would he drive? A 4Runner. He hopped in his like early
Probably
2000s 4Runner and he's driving
It's probably
that
a Jeep
Twins house
Gladiator or
to
some
turn him
gay
into his
shit.
concubine right now. He's in his Jeep Gladiator.
He's in his Jeep Gladiator rolling up on the fucking Harris voting boys. You're coming with me. Give me that
Dude,
boy ass.
He tripled down on that.
Yes. Okay. So
Like-
for anyone who doesn't have this context, Robert J. O'Neill, the alleged killer of Bin Laden, the former Navy SEAL and all that shit, probably has like 16 books he's written at this point. He went on Twitter and said the wildest shit.
To the like Gen Zers who it was like the group of like Gen Z boys who support Harris. They're all like Instagram and Twitter influencers.
Oh man, yeah, the men for Harris, just a bunch of like little inner city twinks.
These fucking kids, they're so weird.
They're
We're Gen Z.
insufferable, but Jesus.
Yeah, we're Gen Z voters, and we all proudly voted for Kamala Harris. Real men support Harris. And so Robert J. O'Neill replies, "You're not men, you're boys. If there was no social media, you would be my concubines." And this is, most of you will have already seen this. This has been memed to absolute shit. And rightfully so, like backwards observations with sharing it and all sorts of other shit. But, he like double, triple, quadrupled down on it. Like people were like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And then he just like, or like they'd be responding to him saying like, "Dude, this is crazy. You still have time to delete this." Uh, um, and
Just
he was,
double down. And honestly, now he's won. He gets his harem. That's how the law works.
yes,
Under
100%.
Trump, now all of those twinks are his sex slaves.
Nathan, I actually fact checked this before the show because I knew this would come up, and they've actually already been surrendered to Robert J. O'Neill. So, um, he's probably currently enjoying 4 or 5 of them as we record this.
Just got all these fucking. He's like Jabba the Hutt with a bunch of little slave layers.
So the weirdest part is this brings about the question: did he fuck Bin Laden?
Well, so
Possibly.
here's the thing.
I thought it wasn't him who shot Bin Laden. I thought it was someone else. I might be wrong.
He shot Bin Laden.
Oh,
well, allegedly, he claims to be the guy that shot Bin Laden, and he's been on Fox News like 100 times to talk about it. But
Did he ever specify that he did it with a gun, though?
Damn it, Osama!
I think O'Neill shot Bin Laden.
Well, his body was buried at sea, so that implies the body was picked up and would have been accessible by Navy people.
This was the Navy, and they had access to a man's booty. These are questions we should have asked long ago.
After he was killed.
Dumping the body in salty seawater. A good cover-up. Destroy all evidence of all of the loads.
Because clearly he believes that he has that like ancient Rome mindset of dominating.
Oh yeah, men. No, this is
we should just go back to that. I think dueling and sex slavery of the people that you defeat should be legalized. It's a very like
Jesus
hentai plot.
Well,
thank God I carry a gun. Jesus.
I mean, okay, so beyond just like the wildness of the statement, if there was no social media,
right?
Like that's
what's holding you back.
Yeah, that's not a if the grid goes down. That's like if it was like 2001.
Yeah,
I would fuck you.
If I no longer had a digital footprint.
I would capture and fuck you.
Like this is very rapey.
Oh, like the man wants some. The man is all about man boy love.
It really makes me question what SEAL Team 6 is really about. Like, what is it like in the teams?
yeah. I don't know what to do with that. So yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days with the election.
Boy, I would say.
We are so back? Question mark.
I don't know.
I do think that
I'm not optimistic. I'm just hopeful.
I am happier than the other option, which I know I'm buying into the sports team thing, but it is much funnier, and I'm looking forward to the next 4 years of it being much funnier and Also, the people I find the most insufferable being really upset.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I hate the fact that some people are so like out of their minds and like their mental health is so fucked that they feel threatened by this change of status quo. I'm like, motherfucker. Plenty of people have felt threatened the last 4 years, whether it's like the stability of the economy or like the fact that, federal agencies were weaponized against them for like
Yeah.
just how they live. Like overnight making them felons, all sorts of crazy shit. Like the way this is being played up is insane. But
Yeah.
honestly, like it's gonna be so much more entertaining to hear Trump on TV.
It is so much
Like
more entertaining. I want him to get back to mean tweets.
I'm not sure if they're gonna let him.
I mean, like, I don't know. Elon's his little butt boy now, I guess. So
He is,
They are
but
quite gay
I think
together.
they're
I
very.
don't know. I don't know if. Oh yeah, Elon was cringy as fuck doing his little fucking
Dude,
like jumping
yeah.
jack, like
What the
showing off
fuck was with
The
that,
jumping.
dude? What the fuck?
his little
It's like
autism jump.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't
Like
great.
I didn't really pay attention to either party's marketing, not very much anyway. Like most of it, again, I got from the fucking Discord. But oh my god, the marketing on both sides just was lowest common denominator shit. It's just lowest
Oh,
common denominator.
the fucking Harris campaign had a Fortnite map.
I saw that, and guns weren't allowed on it.
Yeah, there was no guns.
Um,
Now,
The propaganda is blatant.
yeah,
so something that was very funny about how, like, quote unquote, the right responded to that. Fucking, I actually, somewhat, I used to be a very big fan of Collier Noir. Um,
me too. When he was
he,
really small,
yeah,
it's still like
he,
I would have him on. Not
no,
because of his platform. I actually like. I think he's a way more intelligent guy than he lets on.
I'm glad he doesn't work directly for the NRA anymore.
Yeah, I was
from
gonna
what
say he's intelligent enough that he's not with the NRA anymore. So
Yeah.
He's separated and has become his own thing. But he he shared something like it was super clickbaity, and I get it. Like when you're just doing content all the time, you kind of have to be. But he wrote some post that was like, Harris campaign bans guns in Fortnite. And I'm just like, oh my god, no! It's just I don't even play Fortnite, but like it's a game mode. Sometimes you have guns, sometimes you don't. It's like the fucking Halo 3 custom games maps where guns weren't important sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just fucking around. But anyway, it was cringy outside of that fact. Like having a whole like who is this for? Like who is of voting age and playing Fortnite and votes? Like
that's a
that is
fair point.
that is a tiny fucking Venn diagram. I hope.
Yeah. Please pick better games.
Yeah. Although I would have sent very fucking spicy packages if they'd have put like Harris campaign material and Space Marine 2. Like the 2 hours a month
Dude.
I get to play a fucking video game. I want to be
You've got to play video games?
very
If
Oh,
they put
yeah.
like a Harris Castle in Elden Ring.
Guys, fuck. I actually had this idea, and in the fucking Discord, in the next few weeks, I want to play just some Jackbox games with the boys. Just get some of the people, and we can hop on and play something fucking retarded like TKO and just stream it over Discord. Would you guys want to do that?
It sounds fun.
I am no streamer, but
Fuck
Yeah.
you,
Probably.
BR. Figure it out. Figure it
Oh
out.
my-
You missed the Halloween movie. You can 100% play TKO.
I was flying when the Halloween movie night was going.
That's
so
not
I
an
was really sad to
excuse.
miss that.
Planes have Wi-Fi.
I should have just been.
Annoy everyone else.
I should have just been shouting, like recording a podcast on my laptop out loud on a flight and at the airport. That'd be so
We
fucking
watched
good.
Blazing Saddles and the Deer Hunter, and it was great.
Oh, I fucking love Blazing Saddles and
It's a
Deer
great
Hunter.
I've
movie.
somehow never seen it.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, my first time seeing Blazing Saddles was at the movie night. It almost got canceled because you were on a plane, you dickhead. Come play
You
TKO.
dickhead.
It's a game where you design T-shirts and people vote on which one.
Listen, to be fair,
It's
I
really
also
fucking
bailed
funny.
on movie night, so
Yeah, both of you. Disappointing. I had to watch Blazing Saddles all on my lonesome with the boys. So no,
Oh,
Tyler.
Lucas wasn't even
all
there.
alone with the
Yes.
boys.
But I played TKO at a Halloween party, and now I'm obsessed with it. So I have to go buy it, and you guys have to play with me so we can
Which
do a
one's
Discord game
TKO?
night. It's the one where you design T-shirts. Like you have to draw like a quick drawing. You get 60 seconds to draw one
Okay.
on your phone, and then other people can like write captions, and then a random person has to mix and match the captions up. I think one of mine won. It was my caption and my drawing, but someone else put it together. It was just like registered sex offender with a picture of naked Mario holding a gun with an erection. But
We need
I
to
feel
sell
like,
that.
and in the very end, people can just order the shirts directly from Jackbox.
Dude, that's sick.
It's really fucking funny. I had a load of fun, and I think with us, it would be like a really fucking funny time. I laughed so hard I almost fucking threw up. I almost ordered my certified racist shirt.
Oh, we're gonna give away so many PPTF ideas that would only.
Oh no.
I mean,
Come
those
on,
shirts would
boys, let's
be
fucking
available
do
in
it.
like
Like
4 years' time.
whatever day we decide, I will take it off. Like this will not get canceled. We are playing TKO whether it kills us or not.
Oh, incredible!
And
Alright,
and
I
also
will,
probably some other Jackbox Party Pack games because I think it'd be funny.
Yeah, we just have to find a night that we all are free.
Yeah, maybe get some of the people who've been on the podcast on before. Maybe just some of the people. I think it'd be fun. I will buy this game. I don't even care. We're going to do it. I don't even know how to stream in Discord. We're going to need help with that.
Well, yeah, I can.
Go is so fucking old.
Yeah.
I should be able to make that work. I figured it out a year ago.
Yeah, you did. I didn't figure it out this year. Someone else had to stream Blazing Saddles.
Well,
That's why I was like,
okay.
I'll do it. I was like, I'll do it, but you have to tell me that you want me to do it. And then 3 hours later, hey, let's do it. And I was like, I already made plans. I'm gone.
I'm
I'm
gone.
so sorry. It was absolutely like a planning fail on my part. It just kind of. I've been very bummed out these last couple weeks. I'm hoping that just gets better.
To be fair,
Maybe
none
not
of us
now
took point on that to make it happen. So
That's okay.
any
It's like-
one of us
we're
could have sat
we're
down
like
and gone, listen, boys. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, I'm updating Steam right now so we can do this. So if either of you boys bail on me, I'll fucking kill myself.
Understandable.
This is a
I'll do my
legal
best.
threat. This holds weight of law.
This is an idea Lucas might actually get pissed if he misses.
Yes. No, I agree. Lucas,
We need him.
I don't care if it's like 3 a.m. He has to stay up.
He's gonna be doing brown people.
He has to
caricatures
design
on every
racist
single
T-shirts
shirt.
with us.
He will absolutely design racist t-shirts.
Oh fuck! I can't remember my Steam password.
Rinsed. Was there any? Oh fuck. Nah, that's boring. I was gonna mention fucking Harris's like concession speech, but it was really fucking dull.
I didn't even see it. I thought
Yeah, I
it'd be too
didn't see it.
depressing.
I
It's
only
like
watched
the,
it.
the dog before they get dragged out to behind the shed.
Again, Biden's speech was interesting because he was like, he was sharp and he was on it. And I was like, this is not the man who's been in office for the last 4 years.
It was like, yeah, we got that bitch.
He's like, I get to retire, bitches.
Harris's one, like, she did her usual thing of like, to start with, she came out like she just fucking like huffed something. She like repeats herself like a few times with every
Yeah, she just
good
ripped the line.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you. I'm like, oh my fucking shut the. I couldn't have imagined 4 years of that. Holy fuck.
Yeah, she's just in the back room, just taking a quick rip of Coke, and then walks out, and she's just, hi, hello.
Yeah, she was just like, it was boring. She was just going on about how important it was to like have a peaceful transfer of power. I'm like, Oh my god, really? We're still doing January 6th? Like, at the concession speech, we're still doing January 6th? Shut the fuck up.
Now, I will say, if the left wants to do January 6th, part 2,
Please do.
please, I would love it.
It's
I think
very
that'd be
funny.
so fucking funny.
It would be
Dude,
so funny.
part of me was just like, I'm really hoping like Antifa just does the thing. Like these imaginary fucking like everyone's so hyper
Antifa
concerned
super
about like the
soldier.
Antifa hit teams and so. And it's like fucking try. That'd be interesting. That'd be fun. I think it'd be really funny.
I'm not
We can
taking
drop
sides
you
on
off
this
some-
one. I'm just watching.
Me too.
Hey,
I
hey.
think it'd be funny.
If the government wants to put out pallets of bricks before riots again, I will gladly contribute my taxes towards that again.
Oh,
I
yeah,
will
that is,
gladly
like, one of the
pick
few
up
things
a.
I can send my taxes to be used for.
I will gladly go get some free bricks and put them
Drop
to
them in
actual use.
strategic locations. Yeah.
Building shit is expensive. It's really
Yeah,
expensive.
man, I'll
I
take
will-
those bricks.
Yeah. I'll go in the dead of night to rob bricks from the government. From rob bricks from Antifa. But yeah, I'm glad we had this little debrief. I'm sorry you guys are like, it's like 4 a.m. or something stupid there.
It's only 11:30.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, we are. The East and West Coast are in fact 14 hours apart.
Yeah.
I do want to celebrate real quick that the end of daylight savings I was actually in Arizona for, so I didn't have to deal with shit.
Yeah.
You're a bitch. Fuck you.
I was so happy. I just I saw someone post about daylight savings. I was like, no way. And I looked it up and I was like, oh, I'm in the land of no daylight savings and I don't have to do anything.
They need
What
to
an
get
incredible
rid of it.
place.
It gets dark before 5 here, and genuinely, like, I understand why people in the Arctic kill themselves now.
Yeah.
I fucking hate. Yeah, I don't like winter. I don't like the dark. Winter depressies. Shout out to all my homies with winter depressies. Like, that
Yeah.
shit sucks.
If I could have longer days but also be cold, I'd love that.
Yeah, but not too cold. I like a middle cold. Like,
Define
if
a
we just
middle
get rid of
cold.
snow, I think I want Trump to ban
Yeah,
snow.
a Canadian defining middle cold.
Yeah, what is middle cold?
What the fuck is a
Middle cold is like sweater weather.
Basically.
So
Sweater, maybe
like
a light jacket.
50 to 60?
I'd go as low as 40.
Good
Okay.
lord.
40,
I do
but like a crisp 40, not a humid.
A
humid
crisp
40.
40.
like I'm outside in 38 and I'm still wearing a sweatshirt, so
Yeah,
yeah, I
like,
can see that.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm just, I escaped Canada for a reason, guys. Secretly, it was never about politics and all that gay shit. It was actually about I'm just cold. I'm just cold.
You left Canada because you were cold and you went to Idaho.
So much warmer.
No, not even just Idaho. I'm at like 3,000, 4,000 feet. Like
You're
it's
at
like
almost Canada, Idaho.
mountainous Idaho.
Trash.
But honestly, it's like the
yeah.
big thing that makes a difference to me is the humidity. I really don't mind it here because it's crisp. And whereas like where I'm from, it bit through your clothes no matter what. There's no escaping it. Like I would take 20 degrees here over like 30 in East Coast humid cold.
Yeah.
Because like you get
Okay,
inside
fair.
and
That-
it bites down to your bone.
That's how
Yeah.
England is. It's so fucking like moist when it's fucking
Damp.
cold, damp, wet.
Yeah.
When it's fucking
I do
cold, it's
think
everywhere.
I'm going to talk to Ben, GOA Ben, who we've had. I'm going to get him to talk to us about lobbying because I want to lobby the government to just ban snow entirely.
Can we lobby them to turn off the weather
Bro,
machines?
you
I know
can't
they
do
have.
that to me.
Fuck snow. Fuck you.
All my homies hate snow.
I'm done with it. I'm done with it. It should be illegal. Same with daylight savings time.
1/3 of this podcast right now loves snow more than anything.
Snow is like
Do you want a Canadian passport? Because you can have a Canadian passport if you want.
No, man, I just want to live in the mountains again.
Yeah. The snow here is very nice. It's very crisp, but no one knows how to
It's-
drive because, like,
dude.
it's a college town. It's full of fucking kids from California and whatnot. And
That
every
that
time,
dry snow, ooh,
yeah,
so good.
every time it snows here, dude, you have all the people who've never seen snow before just and outside turns into like Grand Theft Auto when you turn collision on. Like you do that cheat where every driver turns into a psychopath. Genuinely, all you hear is just the sounds of vehicular homicide all day. It's wild. When it snows, I will not drive here.
Reminds me of all the Phoenicians going up to Flagstaff in
Oh
Arizona.
Lord.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
Mustangs
Yep.
spinning out.
Oh, dude.
people's off-road
You'd see-
rigs that have
Yeah.
never touched an inch of mud or snow.
Jeeps and Forerunners just in ditches everywhere,
Yeah.
getting pulled out by people in like Yukons.
God
God bless.
I'm still driving the Pringus. I love that thing. I don't even care.
Nice.
It's gonna last us forever.
Put chains
I
on
will.
the tires.
I will be joining you one day. I will be buying a Prius eventually.
They're excellent. They're good little vehicles. I'm looking into a way to. I still at least once want to rig a belt fed into it. My local shop has an MG42 in the back right now, so we're gonna try and find a way.
Every single time we've had so many guns through that Prius, and we've had it in multiple places where we could have absolutely filmed. I really want to film a drive-by in the Prius.
Oh, dude, 100%.
We've had so many
I'll
opportunities, and we always fuck it up. Like Vegas, we have to do it in Vegas.
Shot show.
Actually, no, because you're gonna.
Oh, dude,
you might not bring the Prius.
I might not.
If
I
you
might.
if
I
you
don't
do,
know.
we could do it then. But
Yeah.
But I think it'll be very funny.
so many opportunities we've missed.
I mean, I've also got like a Hyundai Tucson now, and somehow it is even more gay than the Prius.
It is. Hyundais are so gay.
It's so gay. It's like I like it. I like it, but it's like that sweet spot of cars between like 2010 and 2015 where everything had like they had amenities, they had creature comforts like heated seats, backup cameras and whatnot, but they weren't online all the time. They weren't like completely inundated with sensors.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Tucson is from 2017. So it has all those gay little things where it's like, welcome to Washington. And like you get a little too close to the line, and it's like it starts beeping.
Or it'll
Like,
like
it's got
correct for
collision
you, and
detection.
you're like, no, don't fucking correct for me. It'll just like
I severely despise lane assist.
Yeah.
That shit
Oh, dude,
is
I fucking
not
hate it so
cool.
much. There is a subscription service where you download an app to turn the car on. I hate that. I hate that so much.
That's so
I just want a
weird.
dumb car.
That's
Me
why I
too.
drive
I love
something
my
that's 20.
dumb car.
Yep, my dumbest
Yeah.
rocks fucking 20-year-old vehicle. Thank fuck.
My
Yeah.
2008 Toyota will live forever.
Yeah. My 2014 Prius is like right in that sweet spot of like it heats my butt, but it's not online at all. Like, it doesn't do any of that shit. It's like, okay, you want to back into this car? Go ahead. You want to back into this dumpster as well? Okay. You want to
Tickle.
kill a kid? No collision detection. Fuck you. I love that.
As it should be. As God
As God
intended.
fucking intended. I want my rolling death machine to not warn me when I'm about to do something stupid.
Your silent rolling death machine.
My silent rolling death machine. I
Dude,
don't
my-
want people to hear it right as
My-
I'm about to just fucking roll over them slowly.
My buddy in high school got hit by a Prius.
Silent fatality.
We
All
were
you hear
walking
is
out of
just
the
the
local
door.
mall. Yeah, and he just didn't look, and we didn't hear anything. And then he got hit, and he like fell over and stood up. Like they didn't hit him hard; they're only doing like
no, of
10
course not.
miles
It's a
per
Prius.
hour.
It doesn't
Yeah.
have enough horsepower to fucking do any serious harm.
And he got up, and we're all like, "Shit, we didn't even hear it. What the fuck?"
It was
Like-
me.
It's softly taken out by a Prius.
Nathan, where were you in September of 2012?
At the mall running your friend over.
Oh fuck.
Oh, man.
Anyway, he's dead now.
Yeah. But you ever see the show Weeds? I love that fucking show.
That show was
there's a
so
scene-
fucking dumb, but yeah.
there was a scene in it where like she gets like the main character is a soccer mom from some suburb that starts selling weed after her husband dies, and she gets involved with a gang. The gang's just like Yeah, slinging weed, doing drive-bys on each other and whatnot. One of them gets shot, and she has to drive him to the hospital in the back of her Prius. He's like shot in the ass, and he's bleeding everywhere. So and so, but he likes the Prius so much, he buys it because they're quiet, and that makes it easier to do drive-bys. The whole gang gets Priuses, and that kind of low key sold it to me.
You're getting fucked up by a guy in a Prius.
Dude, when we bottomed out that time in heading to Boise, I knocked part of my heat shield loose, and now it rattles really bad while the gas engine is on. So no, I'm not drive-bying anyone. They're going to hear me from a block away.
Yeah, your Prius has been through it.
Yeah, my Prius has fucking been through it. I gotta get under that thing with a Sawzall.
Dude, it's been through it, over it, under it, everywhere.
She's been ran through.
All I've done is just basic maintenance.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying that Prius has been through everything.
It's gonna have an MG42 in the back at some point.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
The super safe MP5 in the fucking passenger seat.
Oof. Oh, I gotta see.
I love it when it's super safe.
I really like how super safe those super safe things are.
Make everything super safe.
But yes, friends, you've been awake forever, and I feel like I should be the one to be like, go the fuck to bed.
I was trying to find us a nice spot to leave on.
Well, I'm giving you one.
Cool. Any final thoughts on the election?
It's very funny. It's very funny, and I do think that this is the best outcome that could have happened.
The funniest
in terms
outcome.
Of how funny it is.
Yes.
Funny. I have a quote from the first book in the Witcher series that sums up, I think, at least my opinion of this situation.
Yes.
So it's from The Last Wish, Witcher. Evil is evil, Stregabar, said the Witcher seriously as he got up. Lesser, greater, middling, it's all the same. Proportions are negotiated, boundaries blurred. I'm not a pious hermit. I haven't done only good in my life. But if I'm to choose between one evil and another, prefer not to choose it all. Time for me to go. We'll see each other tomorrow.
Based. Don't choose it all. Do nothing. Sit on your couch.
Unfortunately, he then goes and kills a bunch of people. So,
well, everyone, you know your homework. Homework assignment.
I have a quote as well, if that's okay, and I've said it before. It is better to live under robber barons than omnipotent moral busybodies. That's all. C.S. Lewis.
I don't have a quote. Fuck the government.
The tree of liberty is watered with the blood of tyrants and patriots. There, I have one for you.
It's quite parched.
Very overused.
So thirsty, as am I. I'm going to have myself a whiskey and continue to live my life as I intend to. But
I'm going to go listen to Black Helicopters and finish this Target of Johnny Sins.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, the times the times stay funny, people. Dad advice, live free.
Don't
live
vote.
free or die.
There
Stop
we go.
Jorking it.
keeping it simple. All right. No, thank you guys for listening. The times stay funny. We'll see how this shit goes. But anyway, we will see you next time. Thank you, Phil, for joining us. Thank you, Nathan, for being your usual lovely self. I'm gonna go to bed. This is not how we sign out.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
There it is. Okay, bye.